Today is so exciting. I just went and bought stamps for our wedding invites. Oh, I'm so excited. I get to send them out soon. Hopefully this is enough. If not, it's like 15 bucks. I can buy more, but I'm only buying stamps for the out-of-state invites. Anyone who lives in Utah, I'm hand delivering when I get to you. Also today we are going to the garden and planting all of the seeds that I have had since last year that I've never planted, just to get rid of them, clear them out, because I don't want my seeds to like go bad, because apparently that's a thing. I have things in there that I have never had the desire to grow. There's like turnips and radishes and things. I don't eat those. This first like big pack of seeds that I ever bought was from Amazon, so it was just a conglomerate of all kinds of vegetables to grow, so I never planted them because of that reason. Oh, sorry, that was a wide turn. I apologize, sir or ma'am. But it's like I just never had a desire to plant those things because they're never something that I'm gonna eat. Don't get me wrong, it's not that I hate radishes and turnips and things. Like, I will eat them, it's fine. I just never have a desire to like garden them and grow them. Also, when we get to the garden, it's going to be a very sad state of affairs. I will let you guys know exactly how it's a sad state of affair when we get there, but it's not going according to my plan, which might be okay because, you know, realistically, this summer is going to be so busy with like wedding stuff that I don't know how much effort I can put into the garden, which is really sad because I love the garden. But I will just show you guys the sad state of affairs that is the garden as we speak, which is also the other reason I'm like, you know what, screw it, we'll just plant every seed that I have just to see what happens. Because why not? This is the year to do it, right? But anyways, I will see you guys when we get to the garden. I forgot to record as soon as I got here, but let me show you what we got working with in the garden actually. Let's start with that. So we have corn growing, which is so cool. I love it. Weeds are kind of overtaking this area. I moved my strawberries here. I don't know if I told you guys to move my strawberries here, but I did. They're not thriving where they are, but they were not thriving where they were either. But we got corn, we have a lot of weeds. I'm working on it. That's the bed I was never able to get filled because I don't have enough money for more dirt. Over this way though, we've got some sunflowers finally growing, which I'm super excited about. Ignore that hole, we will talk about that hole. But yeah, and then those are the chives I got last year from my aunt and uncle, the ones I just visited in the last video. But those ones have not been doing good. Those ones exploded amazingly. So also it just rained, that's why everything's like really wet right now. So we've got sunflowers growing along almost this whole thing, which is really cool. Over here we're gonna have cucumbers. And we do still have cucumbers. We've got some growing a little bit back there. That hole is the responsibility and the doing of the new family dog. He's a puppy. You know, he's like 10 months old or something now. And he's been digging. He's been doing some digging. Which was fine until it was in my garden, and then I was upset. But I don't live here, so I can't like correct him. But anyways, let me show you the saddest I failed of the year already. This is my tomatoes and peppers. Do you notice the lack of tomatoes and peppers? I do. So what had happened, and you can still see the remnants. I planted my tomatoes a while ago and they looked healthy. They were gonna be doing fine, and then we got a freeze. So they froze. And then the next day it was like 80 degrees and I think they burned. They didn't live very long, and I said, okay, that's fine. I have leftover seeds. Oh, there's a mushroom in here. I'll plant the seeds. It'll be fine. And then nothing is... The little sprouts popped up from the seeds, and then those also froze and then died. Then I moved my peppers out here, you know, my banana peppers and my bell peppers and things that I was growing. I moved those out here. Can we guess what happened to them? That's right, they died. I don't know what the deal is. I hardened them off. I think the weather was just too bipolar for them. I don't like using that term as somebody who was at one point diagnosed with a form of bipolar. I don't like saying things like that, but the weather just had other plans. So the peppers and the tomatoes are a scrap at this point. But what we are doing here today is I have seeds left over from last year that we did not plant because they weren't something I was gonna ever plant because I don't typically feel like gardening these things, but I bought a whole like pack from Amazon, so I have like radishes and shit. We're gonna plant those and just see what happens because I think it could be fun. I just planted some zucchini, which I know is gonna explode and go crazy because it happens to everybody. And I planted my last pack of cucumbers from a while ago. We're gonna just plant all the random things that we have right now. So because this area gets the most shade, I think this is where we're gonna put the lettuce, the kale, and the celery seeds. So this is where that's gonna go. I did also plant a shit ton of catnip over here. If it grows, that's great, but I'm not, you know, whatever. I'm not butthurt if it doesn't. But I'm gonna put the lettuce and stuff over here and see what happens. It's also raining right now, as it was raining earlier, which is a great time to plant, honestly, because then you have all the water and stuff. I'm gonna pull up some of these weeds first. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that. Give these guys a fighting chance. Bindweed is so bad here, you guys. I don't really understand how bad bindweed is right now in my parents' backyard. I'm just gonna sprinkle this in here, pat it in, fold some of the things over on it. We'll see if it grows. I'm hoping it does. But I'm also, like, the thing is, this isn't stuff that I was gonna grow anyways. So, like, if it doesn't grow, I'm not gonna be butthurt about it. Because it genuinely, like, I'm just experimenting, and it's not gonna hurt my feelings if it doesn't grow. I just think it'd be fun to grow it. You know what I mean? So, lettuce is there. And throw the kales in here. And this spot gets a lot of water, which I think is good for lettuce and kale. Because we have hoses. I don't know if you guys see, but we have like a hose system. It's barely out of frame. And this is where one of the spouts is. So they're gonna get a lot of water over here. So they will probably be okay. And then the celery that I have over here also. Yeah, I'm just, to me, it does not actually matter if any of this decides it wants to grow or not. It's also like almost June, so it's kind of out of like your typical planting season. So I'm not butthurt if it doesn't do anything. I just think it'd be fun if it grew, but I'm not gonna hold it to any expectations or standards because nobody likes expectations and standards.